Hi, Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, and oracle card advisor. How are you today? So we're going to talk to Barb today. And I like to explain to my first timers, I see, hear, feel, sense, know, will taste and smell. This is not an exact science. They talk to me, but they also show me pictures, and I call it spiritual charades, and I have to describe the picture to you to the best of my ability to try to get the message across, whatever they're showing me. And so sometimes you have to think out of the box a little bit, but the message is not for me to understand, it's for me to just say whatever they show or tell, and it's for you to understand. Sometimes they don't explain things all the way because it's none of my business. I don't get names correctly, so if I say John, they'll be referring to somebody that's a male with a J or a J-O name, or it could be John. But don't poo-poo the whole reading if the name's wrong, because probably will be. But they keep throwing them out there. Oh well, it is what it is. So we're gonna talk to Barb today. Let's see what she's doing. She's smoothing out a tablecloth. Okay, a lot of these messages are cryptic. Don't know why, but it's just the way they can communicate. But she's talking about, she's helping to smooth the wrinkles out of something. She's smoothing the wrinkles out of this tablecloth and making it smooth and straight. So she's helping smooth the wrinkles out of something that's going on. And she's doing it just very peacefully, very lovingly, just slowly. So somebody's got some wrinkles in their life. But it's all going to be okay, because once these wrinkles get smoothed out, everything's going to be just fine. So we have some questions here. So you wanted to know if she's in any pain now, and she says, heck no. Okay. She says, there is no pain. Okay. The physical body has been left here. The physical body does not go with us. That's where the pain was at. That pain does not go with them. Okay, she says it's peace and love, laughter, togetherness. So she's going to show who she's together with here in a minute. Okay, we're going to go to the question, if there was something you could have done to stay longer, would you have done it? And she says emphatically, no. No, she was perfectly fine with this decision. She says it wasn't her time. She did not go too early. That she's where she needs to be now. She can help you from where she's at, and also still be with you. I know that's yeah. She says it's hard. It's hard for you to understand. Hopefully, I explain this well enough, or we do. Hopefully, we explain it well enough. They can still see you. They can still hear you. It's like they're on the other side of the wall. You just can't hear them, but there are little signs from her that you're getting. Okay, she's trying to show me some. Okay, hang on. She's going too fast. the tinkling of a little bell. They keep showing me the same bell. A lot of them do. I'm going to have to get me one so I can hold it up and show everybody. It's just a little, not a big gong. It's just a little bell, a little tinkling. She says you're going to hear it. You're going to hear it in the kitchen. Mainly in the kitchen. Now, when these things happen, you're usually not in the same room. Not always, but usually not in the same room. It's like you walk out of the room and you hear, what the heck would that be? That kind of a thing. And it doesn't, she's showing the kitchen, but it doesn't have to be the kitchen. It can be a car or Walmart or standing outside. And it may not be a noise you hear with this ear, but you'll hear it here. You'll hear it. You know, that may not make sense. Totally, that's the way it works. She's also showing a feather, which is like a universal sign, and everybody's starting to understand now feathers. Feathers, coins, cardinals, butterflies are like the four main signs that people that don't know these other signs, they use those signs because everybody's starting to recognize those signs as being a message from your loved one. So she's showing a feather, and it's a little bitty feather, and it doesn't have to be a little bitty feather every single time, but she's showing it. Zoom again. She's showing it like coming down right in front of you, but it's coming down real slowly like this. Now, it may not be this far in front of you. It may be quite a ways in front of you. I sat here and watched one clear out my window on my deck that I watched the other day, and it did that. And I knew, and I've actually seen them. Of course, I can see them. I've actually seen them take their finger under it and watched it go back up and then come back down, where the wind could not have possibly done that. So watch for, so that means you're going to start finding these feathers everywhere. You might walk through your living room 10 times, and the next time you walk in there, there'll be a feather laying in the middle of the floor, or a kitchen counter, or as you walk to get in or out of your vehicle. They're just going to pop up in places they shouldn't be. You know, if you have a bird cage and there's a bunch of feathers, that doesn't count. She says no, she was not supposed to stay here any longer. There's things she needs to do where she's at now. She's showing knitting, and she's showing an Afghan type knitted thing. Anything she says, she may not explain, but I'll just throw it out there, and hopefully it's something that you can validate. And I've noticed lately, a lot of my readings, people will go, I don't know what you're talking about, and then they'll say something to a family member, and the family member validates it because they remember something. So it's kind of like you're stretching their fingers out to people during the reading. Okay, she's showing you sitting in a chair, looks like a recliner, and she comes up behind you. She puts her hand from behind. She puts her hands on your shoulders. Of course, I can't get my arms back that way. She puts her hands on your shoulder, and she bends down and she kisses you right here on the head. This will not feel like if I put my physical hands on you, because she doesn't have physical hands anymore. But you'll feel a slight pressure. You may feel. I don't know how your energy is going to interact with hers. but it'll feel like a little bit of pressure. You might feel warmth right there, like just in those two spots. You could feel tingling like goosebumps. Sometimes I even feel like pin pricking. And the same will go, this should be a little bit different feeling, but similar to this. This should feel more like, I don't know, when they get close, they make my head itch like head lice. That's the way the energy interacts with me. So, like I said, you'll feel warmth or tingling or goosebumps or pin pricking or itching. I get the itching mostly. So when you get that feeling and you go, you don't pay attention to it. Now you know. So when you get the little bell ringing or you feel this, you acknowledge her. Barb, I know you're here. I love you. Bring me more signs that you're around. And once you recognize these signs, and they go, oh, I finally got your attention. Or there's there'll be one little thing or one certain song or one certain, okay, like the first time after my Bob died and I went to the cemetery 10 times, and where's my damn sign? Every time a white butterfly would come, circle around me and leave. And it took me like the 10th time to go, there's my sign. And I swear it worked every time. So if there's some little thing that is repeating, that's a sign they're trying to get your attention. They're trying to let you know they're there. So she wants you to think about some of the other things that have just repeated. And it might just be something, a word that pops in your head over and over and over, or the song that you get in your head and you can't get it out of your head. There's a reason for that song. So figure out the words to the song, or sometimes it's even just the title and the artist. She's talking about something about church. Something about church, like a bazaar or a bunch of people gathering at the church and not a church service. Something extracurricular. Church activity. Or something that's going to be done at the church. Like something you would do in the basement of the church. It's not in the sanctuary. It doesn't seem like. And there's a flurry, kind of a flurry. Everybody's flurrying around, trying to get stuff ready. It seems like they're getting food ready. She says, Dad was there when she left. Dad was there. So there was at least a father-like figure, may not be her blood father, but a father. And I know that sounds like I'm being vague and kind of stretching it out, but I always say father-like figure because the man next door or your stepfather could feel more like a father to you than your blood father, who might live across the country or never had anything to do with you. You know, that type of thing. So it's that fatherly feeling. She says that the okay, the work they do is not work like we do here. It's the two worlds are getting closer. I totally believe that the two worlds, our world and their world, are getting closer. And it's their job when they leave to teach us about love and peace. There is no hate. There is no war up there. There is no time. There is no sometimes there's regrets. There's some of those types of things, but it's all about peace and love. And it's their job to help us understand that, and they will come down through people like me or in many, many, many other ways to try to teach people here about not hating your neighbor, um, to do the right thing in life, to get on the right path, to lift your vibration. If you know what a vibration is, it's a, you can either have the really, really good thoughts or you can have the really, really bad thoughts and hang around the really, really bad people. They're trying to teach people to go up here. They're trying to lift everybody up to the more loving and higher energy. And it's been the ones I've ran across, and she's one of them. They're trying to come back and bring peace and love into your home and into your hearts, and trying to get people to forgive other people, and trying to teach people, okay, yeah, I got that the things in your house aren't important. The physical objects in your house are not important. That it's all about the love. She says love is the strongest emotion that there is. It's even stronger than hate. Where there's love, there can't be hate. This is her job. This is her way. She says she hasn't physically seen God, but God is everything and God is everywhere. But this is God's work. And I feel like she's showing me like multitudes of people or spirit or whatever you want to call them behind her that is doing this work, and that's part of her job. And she wants to bring her family. Her job right now is to do it with her family. Her little group. This is her job. So, and she's mentioning butterflies too. And she's showing a white butterfly, which is what I get. So you're going to see them, like if you walk out your front door, there's probably going to be a white butterfly puttering around out there. And I know that's from you, Barb. Thank you. And bring me more. I love you. And it also, she says, by these signs that she's going to bring you, it's going to bring more love into your heart. It's going to bring more peace in your heart. She says, okay, she says there's nothing to regret on your end. There's nothing to feel guilty for, and there's nothing to regret. You did everything just right. I love you for it. I love you for the life I had. She's singing this bell again. Now I'm gonna bring you peace like I feel. You're gonna get an overwhelming sense of peace and love, and it's just I don't know how to describe it, but you'll just feel like you're surrounded, like you're in a bubble of it. And it'll bring tears to your eyes. It'll be so strong and so beautiful. Okay, she's showing me a dog. The dog looks black or very dark. I can't tell how big it is. It's not little. It's a bigger dog. Long tail. Short here, but not extremely short. It's got a little length to it, a little fuzz to it, but not very long. I'm gonna say it kind of looks like a lab, but it looks more like a putt. A mutt. Looks more like a mutt. She's acknowledging this dog. She's showing me a birthday cake with candles on it. Somebody's birthday's coming up real soon, and she's showing that she's going to be there. She says she wouldn't miss it for the world. She says she sees you puttering around your house like you're lost. She says it will all be okay. You're going to hear her, or you have heard her. She's shown me you listening. You've heard her call your name. She's called your name. And even if you don't hear your exact name, if you hear a in your ear, one ear at a time, or you think you hear somebody say something, she's showing you kind of cocking your head so you can hear. That's her trying to let you know she's there. She's okay. And she's showing a rowboat with oars. And I can't tell how big an area this water is. So I don't know if it's a pond or a river. I'm just seeing some trees and this rowboat with oars. Did you guys used to like to go fishing? She says that would be good for you to get out in nature, get out and breathe. Even if it's only in your mind. Even if you just visualize it and dream that you're there. You're also going to have a dream about her with something like this, something where she meets you. She's still showing these trees and this water and this rowboat. So you either had or you're going to have a dream about meeting her there. If the dream is so vivid that you remember every single color, every single thing that was said, I always say, if you can remember the color of somebody's shoelaces in the dream, that's a visitation. That's different than just a dream. A dream, you forget it, start forgetting it as soon as you open your eyes. A visitation, I still remember mine from 7 years ago. Every word. So know that that's her. She says, ask her, ask her, ask her for things, ask her to show you things. Don't come up with something that's just so outlandishly difficult because you'll just be disappointed. But ask her to show you that she's there. And then let her do it her way, the way that is easiest for her to do. She's showing that she's doing something with the covers on the bed. She's actually showing picking them up and like you would shake them, like out in the wind to get crumbs off of it or something. So she's done something to ruffle the bedspread or the sheets or something that you leave. It almost never happens while you're in the same room. You leave the room, come back, and the bed been moved. Somehow the blanket or the sheets have been moved around different than when you than when you were in there. She said the word hornet, Hornet. She said hornet. First I thought she meant the bee, and then I think she meant the car. I'm not sure which way she's, or if she means both. Way back in the day, there used to be a car called a Hornet. You guys own one? She says Grandma was waiting for her. Her grandma. And she says this with a huge amount of love. She's very close to one of her grandmas, like very, very close with a lot of love. She was excited to see her. And she's still around. I can't hear you. Okay, I'm hearing the word, I have no idea what this means. I'm hearing the word Abernathy. I don't know if this is something, I don't know if it's a name of something. She's not saying if it's the name of something, or if it's one of these names you got to stretch out of the box. I don't know if she's saying somebody's name. I don't know what. I don't know. I just repeat everything they say. There's always a reason. They never waste a message. She says you need to comb your hair, and she laughs. She's laughing hysterically. She says, put your hat on. She says she loves her brood. Loves her brood. And she takes her arms like she's trying to huddle all of you like into a safe little group, into a safe little brood, kind of like mother hens do, and then they cover them up with their wings to protect them like from a varmint or a storm. That's actually what she's doing now, and that's her job. She says it's part of the path to the new world, which doesn't mean the world's going to blow up and start all over. The new world is going to be, just from what I've been told by them, which is very little about this. It's going to be all of us changing our thinking, changing our ways, raising our vibration, learning how to love our neighbor instead of wanting to shoot them or blow them up in a war. This is the path that they're on to teach us. So I don't know how many generations it's going to take, but this is what they're working on. And she's part of that. Did you recently lose, or at least couldn't find for quite a while, one of your, looks like slippers? I don't think they're shoes. I think because she's showing you sitting pretty comfy in the chair, and one of your slippers is not on your foot. So if it's a slipper, whatever you wear, when you're comfy, just puttering around the house. She's showing you looking all over for it. She's laughing. I'd say she hid it. So you might find more things that are kind of missing once in a while. Once they figure out how to actually move stuff, then heavier objects are harder for them to do. Electronics, easy. Feathers, things like that are easy. She says, I love all of you. I'm sorry I didn't spend more time telling you that. Instead of trying to make everybody march to the right order, to the right. That's not a good way to say that. She says, okay, trying to make everybody toe the line. She said she wished she would have relaxed that just a little more. Because you're all beautiful. And she realizes that more now than she did when she was here. She mentions a Roger. Don't forget, be at least a male with an R or an RO name. She's acknowledging them. She's saying, have gun well traveled. And that was, oh geez, when I was a kid, was it Paladin or I don't remember, one of those old westerns. I don't know if she's referring to the show or why she's saying have gun will travel. They don't always explain it all to me because it's none of my business. She wants you to know she's around and you're going to get a wisp. Something she used to wear, something. Hairspray. I think it's hairspray that she's referring to. You'll smell that once in a while when she's trying to get your attention, let you know she's there. You may be in Walmart, you might be in your car, you might be outside. Doesn't matter where you are. When you get that smell, acknowledge her, tell her you know, even if you don't even have to say it out loud. So if there's other people around, just go. Everybody know that's you. Thank you. Bring me more. Okay, she's leaving. She says, don't forget the birthday party or the birthday. I'll be there. She's not telling me how she's going to let anybody know that she's there. So it might just be the bell ringing or the smell of the hairspray or feather, something. Anyway, she's leaving. She didn't give a lot of validations, but I don't spend my whole reading doing validations because to me that's just a medium patting themselves on the back, going, "Hey, look what I can get! Look what I can get!" I want them to talk and get their message across, to let you know that they're okay and that they're still there, just in a different way. And she's just waving. I was going to see if she had anything else to say before she leaves. Watch for those things, and then your communication with her will grow from that. Once you start seeing those things and acknowledging them, and ask her to bring you some. Just don't ask for some crazy way that she can't do, and then be disappointed because she didn't do it. I know, I've done it. All right. Anyway, she's gone. Thank you very much. Thank you for being patient and waiting for me to get caught up. Yay, and through all my computer issues. Good grief, what a mess. I'm almost caught up. Yay. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, and oracle card advisor. See y'all later.